Hello everyone, it's Red's Cozy Games here, back with another video. Of course we are on FIFA, and if you see here at the bottom right on our store page, we have a big red 100 in the corner, and that is because I have done 114, 113 I think. Maybe it's 112. We've done 110 plus, 80 plus rare gold player packs. I thought we'd make a massive pack opening of it. Before we get into those gold player packs, let's open these packs here that I didn't realise I'd done. So warm up to Foot 23 pack 1. And in here we get a Danish right back by the name of Bar. And we get Provod. What is that club? I've never seen that badge before. A Czech, Slavia Praha. Wow. And we get some contracts. I'm not exactly sure what that pack was, but I'm not going to argue with it. Free packs are always welcome. Next one is Lucas Vasquez, who will do the old switcheroo on these ones just to see. And Lucas Vasquez was tradable in the club, so. And then the final one of these, and then we're on to some packs. I am not really sure how long it's going to take to open 110 plus 80 plus packs, to be honest. If it looks like it's going to take too long, I might split this up into 2 videos, but I would like to try to get it done in one video if I can. But when you record on the PlayStation, you can only record up to an hour, and then it just cuts off, and that can create a bit of an annoying situation when it comes to uploading the videos, because I might end up just uploading like 5 minutes of a continuation, which obviously is not ideal when you've been watching a video for an hour. So let's get into these. We'll try to open them fairly swiftly. The unfortunate thing is, I do not know what a walkout looks like unless I wait and I see the fireworks above the middle. So if I in the future can somehow learn what a walkout looks like early doors, I will be able to skip the ones that aren't walkouts at that point. Of course, these are all going to be untradeable, so I do really love to have an untradeable club that I can go to and put a team together whenever I feel like it. Chilwell's not a bad pickup. I'm pretty sure we already have him, and I'm pretty sure he's untradeable. He wasn't, so that's something. I actually imagine that we will pack the same players a lot. I really want to know how good these were. Now, for 110 packs, how many walkouts do we think that we might get? I was thinking 2 or 3. I spoke to a friend, and he thought I would get 3. But I also spoke to another friend who packed 2 walkouts out of 20. So if we would go off of his example, then we could quite easily pack up. Oh, there's a first walkout. We're talking about it, and then it happens. But where is he? Where is Ter Stegen? The point of a walkout is they're supposed to walk out. But he is very welcome to have. He is very welcome to the club. He is not the German that we normally see. in these episodes, of course. That is usually Neuer, but having Ter Stegen that I can use throughout the year is definitely a big plus for the club. So we have one walkout so far. That is not a walkout, we packed him earlier, so we can just throw him down there. And next, Gakpo. So, can you pack icons in these packs? I don't think that you can. I honestly don't think that you can pack icons from these packs, but imagine that. That would be really epic. If you hear a rumbling, I thought it might be Kessie. If you hear a rumbling, I have to apologise. I'm suffering a little bit with a gallbladder attack currently, and my stomach is rumbling because I'm unable to eat currently. Brandt. I'm certain I have him in the club. I don't know if he's untradeable. He wasn't. Everyone that isn't untradeable, that we have in the club that isn't untradeable, is a big plus. You know, we do a lot of trading, and every coin is very much welcome. We currently have, if I go to the transfer pile, we currently have quite a few investments. We have several in the club still. We have a Shearer and a Drogba. We have some Mullers and an Odegaard. And if we go all the way to the end, we have, of course, we have the Casemiro there. And if you see these three players, we have some in the club too. They're all almost discard. And they are fantastic cards. Look at the cards. And I believe they can all play striker. And the Koenig can play right wing. So I'm thinking about maybe making a squad up of these discard special cards that have really incredibly OP cards. So would you like to see a squad builder for these 3 OP cards? I think that might be something that's quite nice to do. So let's get back into these packs. I did say that I would go through them quickly just so that we can get through all of these in time. That is Hattabor. Next we have no fireworks, so I'm going to skip it. I hope that we get plenty of like 83s and 84s if we don't get walkouts, because they're always so good for SBCs, and I did use a lot of SBC fodder to get Sterling and Rashford recently. Sterling is a fantastic player in the game, by the way. I can't get on with Rashford. I know a lot of people really enjoy him, and I know that he did a lot of work for a lot of people in Weekend League, but for some reason I just can't get along with that Rashford card. I'm certain this one is untradeable. It is. Down to 97. We've got a long way to go. There's our second walkout, Modric, whose card is pretty decent this year, I have to say. I did use him for a little while, and I really enjoyed him. Of course, he would go in a La Liga team with our other walkout. So 2 walkouts so far. Berguis. Upamecano is a fantastic pickup. I think he's going for quite a lot, and that's definitely one I'm happy to have in the club. He looks like a fantastic centre-back. Maybe we could squeeze him into that squad builder. But I think that the squad builder might have to be relatively cheap, because whilst those few special cards are special cards, as I said, they are discard, and I think the point of the video would be to show that some really special teams can be made with cheap special cards. I mean, for the stats on those cards, it really is outrageous. I think that they are, and those cards can all become upgraded too. All they need to do is win 2 games in their respective European competitions, and each of those cards will get upgrades, and I believe I'm not 100% certain, but I believe the upgrades that they'll get will be +2, so... Is this for Munich? No, it's not, it's Talisca. He always has such a good FIFA card, doesn't he? He's always in such a tough league to get good chem with, though. I remember a Footmas. Araujo's not a bad one. I think we do have an untradeable one, though. Do we? We don't, so... Yeah, I think he actually sells, so I'm going to put him into the transfer list. Move on to the next one. Berghuis for a second time. Let's see. Now, Scottish CDM McTominay. I don't think there's any walkout Scottish players that aren't icons. Oh, actually Robertson. I think Robertson is a walkout. I think he's an 87, right? Centre mid. Bruno Guimaraes, who is having an absolutely outstanding season for Newcastle. What a player he is. What a bargain they got too. It's that Chilwell again. I did say I think we'd pack him a few times in this start. I have noticed that he's one of the players that does tend to come up a lot when I'm opening packs. Tadic will take the 84. Oops, don't mean to do that. What promos are there? Any good ones? No, unfortunately not. Though mega packs can come up with the goods now and then, can't they? Brent again. Do we have a preview pack, I wonder? Do we have a preview pack to open? We don't. That's a shame. As you've noticed, I'm sure that I am... Oh, Sergio Ramos, not a bad one to get. I'm not whispering for this video. I'm trying to mix it up, because I think lots of people tend to prefer one thing or the other, and I think as far as whispering goes, as much as a lot of people really like it, I think a lot of people actually really hate it at the same time. So I'm trying to give a mixture of the softly spoken and the whispered videos. That is Oscar. It seems like such a long time ago that Oscar was playing for Chelsea, but he's still going, and I feel like 95% of that team is retired, and I feel like we didn't really realise how young Oscar was during that period with Chelsea, and of course it was such a lucrative period for Chelsea, wasn't it? Unfortunately, most of the 83s they're really not selling at the minute, so discard it will do. We'll have to do. So we are, I believe, 2 walkouts deep, Modric and Ter Stegen, and we have 78 packs left. So with a little bit of luck, there goes my stomach again. When I see German walkout, I always think that it's going to be Neuer. I always hope there's going to be Neuer anyway. I'm pretty sure we already got this guy, so there's no reason to swap him. And that can't be a walkout, so we will skip it. Barak. I think I said before that Barak is the name of one of my favourite characters in fantasy books. From the book The Belgariad. Shouldn't have skipped that one, should I? What if it's Messi? Ah, no Messi this time, unfortunately. Of course, actually, being a gold card, it couldn't be Messi, could it? Because the current Messi in packs is a road to the knockouts, I think. So it couldn't be Messi. I do wonder if we'll get lucky enough to pack a road to the knockouts or something like that in these packs. That would be wonderful. We have, of course, already packed Konate as Christensen, a former Chelsea player. We have to remember that the UEFA Champions League marquee matchups are out, and I will have to make sure to do those, do the marquee matchups before they're out of packs, and I don't think that they hang around for very long, so I might have to do that quite quickly. My stomach is really making a massive racket. I can only but apologise for that if it does come on the mic, as it always surprises me how many different things the mic picks up. Guendouzi, formerly of Arsenal. Quite a well-rounded card actually this year. Brazilian centre-back, Diego Carlos. Such a good card this year. Oh, every year really. Let's do that because it has a shadow on it, so I might as well probably just quick sold the one that I had then. But Demir Bay. So 68 and 2 walkouts. Let's see. Can we get another walkout soon? This is definitely not it. Pretty sure we packed, yep, Barak. There's an inform. Not a very good one, unfortunately, but informs are always welcome, aren't they? Because they are helpful when SBCs start requiring informs. Hazard. I would love to pack a Kevin De Bruyne out of these packs. He would go straight into my team. It would be a really fun one. Ooh, I kind of hoped that. Well, of course, he is a road to the knockout card currently, but he is an SBC, so that's why we packed him. As I was saying, Kevin De Bruyne, I think, is the best midfielder in the Premier League on FIFA this year. So I'm seeing Conte less and less this year. He's always been the best midfielder in the Premier League, hasn't he? But this year, not so much. And I'm seeing much more of Kevin De Bruyne. Brazilian centre back, Gabriel Paulista. $62 left. Naki Williams with that insane pace. Okay, one more to take us down to 60. So, that is 2 walkouts in the first 52. That's not very good, is it? That's not very good at all. Let's hope that that it increases in the second half. Agued. Baku. Yeah, I was pretty sure that was untradeable. But if I try it just in case we haven't packed him just yet in these packs. Is this... No. I see centre forward and Brazilian and I always kind of assume that it's Firmino, you know. David Silva. And this time Hernandez, but unfortunately this is the wrong one. If you're going to pack Hernandez, you want to pack Theo, and I honestly think that Theo Hernandez is the best left back in the game this year. I think he's better than Mendy. I used him in a draft the other day and I was just blown away by how good he was. Of course, Theo Hernandez can go in at centre back with Upamecano, who we also packed earlier. They get the best possible link that way. I think there's walkouts in Spanish this year, but I don't think there's any really good players that you'd want to pack from Spain this year, which is a shame. John Stones. These walkouts have got to come soon, right? We got 2 pretty quick, and then the last 30 have been terrible. Is that Falcao? Zapata. Oh, whoops. See, another inform. German. Is this Werner? No. Fulkrug. Not a good one, but again, I'm happy to take informs. Mkhitaryan. He had an absolutely amazing fitness card about 3 years ago when he was at Arsenal. It was one of my favourite cards I've ever used. And there's a party from Arsenal, as we're just talking about. Arsenal. There's another Brazilian, and this is Gabriel Jesus, another Arsenal man. And maybe if we start talking about Real Madrid, we might pack a Vinicius. Pedro Porro. There's our third walkout, Verratti, who we already have in the club, untradeable, unfortunately. But we will grab him out of the discard pile later. So, 3 walkouts so far. Alberto. And next up we have Darwin Núñez. There we go. We'll send the one from the club up to the trade pile. Musso. I don't think that's one I've packed yet. I must have done. $39 packs remaining. Toloi. Payet, formerly of West Ham, of course. Had some incredible seasons there. Oh, Lloris, that is our 4th walkout. 2 of them, of course, have been goalkeepers. So 4 walkouts with 37 to go. Let's see. I keep hoping to see Kessie. I really would like to add Kessie to the club. He looks like the sort of player you would like to have untradeable. Is that? Of course not. Well, I see Austrian and I see Bayern Munich, and I always automatically think Alaba, but of course he's at Real Madrid now, and he's a centre back too. So French left mid, Coman. There we go. That is our 5th walkout. Really happy with that. I honestly thought we would get 4. So 5's decent. Anything now is a bonus. Of course, none of our walkouts have really been lights out. You know, we haven't packed a marquee player really. But we have got some nice ones to keep in the club that we can use at different times. It's the same Hernandez that we packed earlier, unfortunately. Unai Simon is a fantastic goalie in this game. Saul. Renato Sanchez is not a bad one to pack at all. He has a fantastic card, as he always does. I think he's worth a decent amount in the market, which is crazy for an 80 rated card actually. Here's Ruben Neves. Okay, 28 remaining. Okay, Asmoon. That's the first time I've packed him this year. Mkhitaryan again, of course. Griezmann. I've used him quite a... he was a part of my starter squad and he just wasn't very good, unfortunately. His card looks okay, but yeah, I couldn't get on with him. But if I'm honest, as good as his cards have been in the past, I don't think that I ever really got on with Griezmann. So I'm not too surprised now that he's got a downgrade that I don't really like the card. 24 remaining. Still looking for our 6th walkout. Torreira, also of former Arsenal fame. Luis Alberto. Chilwell. He's our most packed player this pack opening. 21 left. Come on, him. Just one more walkout, please. That is not a walkout. $20 left. There we go. There's our 6th walkout. Alexander-Arnold. I guess they don't walk out if they're not tradable, because none of these have actually walked out, have they? Definitely happy to have Trent in the club though. Really happy with that. So 19 left. Oh, there's a... Is this Sorloff? It is. Of course, I think you can still pack Haaland, so that could quite easily have been Haaland, and that would of course be our 2nd Haaland. The Sorloff is quite a nice one to have in the club. He has really ridiculous stats if you look. He has 95 sprint speed. He's got 92 shot power. His dribbling is pretty decent, though his agility and his balance aren't great. But he's got 96 strength and he's got 88 stamina too. His card is absolutely fantastic, so definitely one that I'd like to try out. Maybe I'll partner him with Haaland. There's Calvin Phillips. Lo Celso. This one, Lo Celso was formerly of Tottenham, of course. At last, a player that was not formerly an Arsenal player, but is on the opposite side of London. Thiago Silva, and that is our 7th walkout. 7 walkouts. Unfortunately, none of them very good. Actually, that's actually our 8th walkout, because of course an 84 rated inform counts as a walkout. So we are actually 8 walkouts deep. Again, none of them very good. Well, I say none of them very good. They are okay. They're just not great, you know. And we'll take 85 summer. That's a good SPC for the right there. Inform German. Is it Fulkrog again? It is. Fortunately, Mr. Fulkrog, you will be discarded. Dutch goalkeeper, Flecken. Next we have Savanier. Was it Savanier? It might be Savanier because he's French. I do not know these things. Swedish right wing, is it Kulusevski? It has to be, doesn't it? Again, he's another road to the knockout SBC player that we've packed. Gosens. Again, I believe he's another road to the knockout player, but he's an objective instead. We've packed every road to knockout player that isn't packable. Ooh, I got kind of excited there. I thought that might be Mane. Hradecki, one of those classic SBC players. Fortunately, it's Spanish, so we skip it. Okay, so 6 packs left and 8 walkouts. Not bad going, I think. Areola. Five left. Kramaric. I was kind of hoping for one absolutely insane player. It doesn't look like that's going to be happening. There's another untradeable variety, so that is our 9th walkout, but unfortunately we've had to discard 2 of them. We will grab them both out of the discard pile though at some point. Toloi again. Are we down to our last one? Last 2. Always get a little bit excited when you see a Portuguese flag, don't you? In FIFA, just in case it's Mr. Oh, this is another warm-up pack. So that was our last one. So we had 9 walkouts. Not bad at all, honestly. Quite happy with it. Again, we didn't really pack a marquee player, but we still did pack plenty of walkouts, and that was more than I was kind of expecting, if I'm honest. So if we go to the club and we go to newest, we can go through what we packed. So we got a Sommer, which is decent. We'll just comment on the things that are decent to pack, of course. So we got a Sommer, a Thiago Silva, a Sorloth, an Alexander-Arnold. We got this Renato Sanchez, which again is just a really good one to back, I think. We got a Coman, which it might be quite nice to try him. We got a Lloris. We got a Darwin Núñez. We got 3 Verrattis. We got a Gabriel Jesus. Party might be worth trying. And I think we got 2 Hernandez's, didn't we? And I think that's it for a decent play. Oh, actually, because they're not actually filtered by rating, are they? So we scroll a bit more. We got a Sergio Ramos, which is not quite so good this year, but we'll take it. Araujo is a good player. We've got this Upper Meccano, who's worth quite a lot. We packed this Modric, of course. Bunu. And we got this Ter Stegen. And I think that was our notable packs. Yes, it was. So there we go. Not bad. I will take it. I'm quite happy with it. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, please consider leaving a like and a subscription. And until next time, stay cozy.